Okay, so let's unpack this. It's one of those things almost everyone needing vision correction thinks about. Glasses or contacts.
Yeah, it feels like it should be a simple choice, doesn't it?
Right. But when you actually look at, what people do and what the research says, it gets a bit more complex.
Absolutely. We've basically been looking at, well, everything from big surveys on habits to comparisons, real stories from wearers, trying to boil it down for you, what you actually need to know.
So let's start big picture. Who's wearing what out there? I mean, in the U.S., glasses seem to be the main thing.
They are, yeah, by far. Nearly half of adults, they just wear glasses. That's it.
Okay.
Then you've got maybe 12% or so who switch back and forth. Glasses sometimes, contacts other times.
Depending on the situation, I guess.
Exactly. And then a really small group, like only 3%, who wear only contacts.
Wow, only 3%.
Yeah. But what's interesting, and the data points to this, is younger folks. They're much more likely to be in that both camp, or maybe leaning more towards contacts.
That kind of makes sense. So glasses, the big appeal is they're just easy.
Totally. Slip them on, take them off, done. That low maintenance factor is huge. One survey actually found 36% of people who only wear glasses said that's a key reason.
Just wipe them clean and you're good.
Pretty much. No special solutions, no complicated routines you have to stick to.
Okay, but then contacts. The sources we looked at really seem to hammer home that the maintenance isn't, optional. Now, just a quick pause. The deep dive is brought to you by LensPricer. LensPricer is a free contact lens price comparison website, helping you find the lowest price for your exact lenses online. Check how much you could save over at lenspricer.com.
Oh, it's absolutely critical. It's the foundation of wearing them safely. And this is where, honestly, the data gets a bit, alarming.
Alarming how?
A lot of people just aren't doing what they're supposed to, which massively increases the risk of infections. We're talking over a third rinsing their lenses with tap water.
Tap water, really?
Yeah, 35.5%. And almost 17% store them in tap water. Then you've got, get this, nearly 85% showering in them.
85%? Wow.
Yeah, 61% swimming. Plus, over half, 55%, admit they just top off the old solution in the case instead of using fresh stuff every time.
Okay, that's a lot of rule bending. And you're supposed to replace the cases too, right? Regularly.
Every 3 months, ideally. But clearly, the whole diligent care thing, it often falls by the wayside in real life.
So why put up with the hassle then? Is it all about the vision and lifestyle?
That's a huge part of it, yeah. Contacts sit right on your eye, so you get this really natural, full field of vision. It moves right with your eye.
No frame getting in the way.
Exactly. And for sports, being active, they're often way better. No slipping down your nose, no fogging up when you sweat, no raindrops.
Yeah, glasses in the rain are the worst.
Right. Glasses, well, they give stable vision, sure, but you can get distortion at the edges. Your peripheral vision is limited, and yeah, they get in the way or fog up.
What about astigmatism, though? I've heard contacts can be tricky.
They used to be trickier. Those lenses, toric lenses, they need to sit just right. Older ones could rotate, make things blurry. It was frustrating. It can still happen sometimes, but the newer designs, much better. They often have little weights or specific shapes to help them stay put. Big improvement.
Okay, so practical side. Contacts win for activity. Glasses for pure ease.
Yeah.
What about comfort and those health risks you mentioned?
Well, glasses tend to be more comfortable if you have sensitive eyes or maybe dry eyes because nothing's actually touching your eye surface.
Makes sense.
Plus, they give you a bit of a physical barrier against, dust, wind, even UV rays if the lenses have that coating. And infection risk is basically zero if you just keep them clean.
But contacts.
Yeah.
The risk is definitely there.
The sources are really clear on this. Wearing contact lenses is the single biggest risk factor for microbial keratitis.
That sounds serious.
It is. It's a nasty eye infection, can potentially damage your vision permanently. And even besides that worst case scenario, things like irritation, dryness, they're really common complaints. One survey found almost a third of contact wearers had needed to see a doctor for some kind of eye issue related to their lenses.
A third? Wow. And what about sleeping in them? Some lenses say you can, right?
Yeah, some are approved for extended or overnight wear. But even with those, the risk of infection goes way up compared to taking them out daily.
So it's still risky.
Definitely riskier. And the experiences people report range from just, feeling like sandpaper in their eyes when they wake up to actually getting those severe infections needing urgent treatment.
What about daily disposables? Are they safer or better for dryness?
Dailies often get recommended, especially if dryness is an issue. You get a fresh, sterile lens every single day, so there's no buildup of deposits. That can help comfort and reduce some risks, although some people find them a bit thinner or flimsier than reusable ones initially.
Okay, last pieces. Looks and cost.
Aesthetics, totally up to you. Glasses are a fashion accessory now for many. Contacts are invisible. Simple as that.
And the cost factor.
Generally, contacts cost more year over year. You're looking at, say, an average of maybe $250 annually for disposables, maybe $170 to $400 depending on the type. Reusables might be $150, $375 for the lenses. Plus, you're buying solutions in cases constantly.
Right, the ongoing costs add up.
They do. Glasses, you might pay anywhere from, I don't know, $200 to $600 or more for a pair, but you might only replace them every year or two. And a really key point. You need a specific contact lens fitting exam, which costs extra on top of your regular eye checkup.
So after weighing all that, how do you actually decide?
There really isn't one right answer. It's so individual. It depends completely on your lifestyle, how active you are, what you find comfortable, your budget, what you want to look like, and crucially, the actual health of your eyes.
So talking to your eye doctor is key.
Absolutely essential. They can assess your eyes, talk through your specific needs and risks, and, lots of people end up using both very successfully. Contacts for work or sports, glasses for chilling at home.
Right. It's not always an either. It sounds like it's about balancing the convenience and maybe the upfront cost versus the daily discipline and potential risks.
That's a great way to put it. And maybe the final thought is this. While we talk about the cost of frames versus solutions, the real long-term investment is actually in building those healthy habits. Whichever option you choose, glasses or contacts, taking proper care of them, and by extension your eyes, is truly the most important thing. That consistent care matters more than anything else.